Good morning and welcome to NYNJPA Weather, your weather source for the northern mid-Atlantic. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. Yesterday afternoon, we actually had a surprise severe event as some strong to severe thunderstorms developed due to a strong upper level disturbance. Now, today I do not expect anything similar to that situation as currently there are no strong disturbances over the Great Lakes or Canada, like Ontario, for example, that would instigate that type of severe weather. We do have a weak cold front that is moving through that could produce a few isolated showers, but right now we're really not expecting much of anything of this cold front. Once this cold front moves through, much cooler air builds in as Canadian high pressure takes hold. Let's take a look at the water vapor and I'll show you exactly why I don't expect any severe weather for today. Now, this is the water vapor, and I basically drew on there the two jet streams that are impacting the northern Atlantic. One is more of a Pacific origin jet coming out of Mexico, moving through the southeast, and basically that jet is being elevated by a southeast ridge, typical for La Nina. And we also have our polar jet stream diving down through Canada into the Great Lakes and through New England. Now, when these two jet streams come close together, what happens is you get upper level convergence, which basically means that air is sinking to the ground. When you have air sinking to the ground, you get dry air and thus no chance for any type of severe weather. Yesterday, we did not have that upper level convergence. We had a very strong dynamic upper level disturbance that moved through the Great Lakes and really strengthened in the afternoon to produce strong to severe thunderstorms, with the biggest impact being over northwest New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania. Once those storms approached the coast, they started to weaken rapidly. But those storms became strong enough to even produce a potential isolated tornado over northeastern Pennsylvania. So they were clearly very dynamic and very strong. Today, though, we won't have any type of problem like that with an upper level pattern strongly supporting sinking air. With sinking air, of course, we're also going to be warmer with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. So it's going to be a very nice day today. Once this cold front moves through, though, we'll be in a more polar air mass, and we can expect temperatures more down in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Generally below normal for this time of year, but not too much so, maybe about 5 to 6 degrees below normal. Overall, it's going to be a very nice period of weather from today all the way through Thursday. Now, Thursday night, a disturbance that is currently over the Rockies is going to move through the region. That disturbance will produce widespread showers late Thursday night into Friday morning. That disturbance will exit on Friday afternoon, and for the weekend looks perfect with high pressure, clear skies, and temperatures generally near normal. Overall, a very nice pattern of setting up. So before we go, let's take a look at the tropics and see if there's anything brewing, which you know there is. Now in the tropical Atlantic, we have three systems we're keeping an eye on. The first two are getting the most press. The first one is Hurricane Igor that is currently moving towards the Greater Antilles. That hurricane will remain over the open waters. Bermuda is going to have the biggest impact with Igor, and with Igor being a Category 4 hurricane, possibly reaching Category 5 strength, anyone that is in or around Bermuda needs to be aware of this storm and stay out of the path. If you can evacuate, I would do so because this hurricane means business. Even if it weakens to a Category 3 strength, it's still going to produce a lot of damage. So if you're in Bermuda, use caution and try to find ways to evacuate. Otherwise, what's going to happen with Igor is that it's going to curve off into the North Atlantic, become absorbed in the 500 millibar pattern, and produce an intense negative NAO pattern that's going to impact the northern Atlantic by keeping us cool. Meanwhile, Hurricane Julia is also going to fall under the influence of the same trough that picks up Igor and will curve well out into the central Atlantic with no impacts whatsoever on any landmass, but it will cause some problems with the shipping lanes. And finally, we have one disturbance that is over the Western Caribbean. This disturbance is showing signs of development, but the time for it to develop is limited because it's moving right towards the Yucatan Peninsula. And once that disturbance moves through the Yucatan Peninsula, it really won't have much of a potential to rapidly develop. There is a chance that it could become a tropical depression or tropical storm, possibly even over the Bay of Campeche, but really it's not going to have much of a major impact aside from possibly producing some heavier rainfall for Texas once again the middle to late to next week. Thank you for choosing NYNJPA Weather as your weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent day out there and stay safe.